Sometimes, when pop stars try to honor rock legends, it doesn't go as planned. That's exactly what happened when Britney Spears decided to cover the classic rock song, I Love Rock and Roll. Now, many people know the song because of Joan Jett, but it was originally written and performed by a band called The Arrows. Still, Joan Jett made it famous in the early 1980s, and it became her signature song. So when Britney Spears released her own version in 2002, people naturally compared it to Joan's. But Joan Jett, she didn't hold back. In 2008, during an interview with Lipster, Joan was asked what she thought about Britney's version of I Love Rock and Roll. Her answer was cold and sharp. Joan said, "I've never even heard Britney's version. I mean, I've obviously heard about it, but I never understood that whole idea. People usually cover a song that says something about them, but I doubt she loves rock and roll. Maybe she likes songs." It wasn't just a casual comment, it was a clear jab at Britney. Joan didn't believe Britney had any real connection to rock music, and she didn't seem to take her cover seriously. But this wasn't the first time Joan Jett criticized Britney Spears. Back in 2000, in an earlier interview with music journalist John Ohelski, Joan reacted even more harshly when asked about Britney and Christina Aguilera being called rockers by the media. Joan said, "I'd be a lot happier if the press would call it what it is and stop attaching the word rock to Britney Spears. Any woman who sings or has a guitar in her hand is called a rocker. It's an exciting word to use, but it's not real. It gives people the idea that there are women in rock when there aren't. I just don't get it." These words made it clear that Joan had strong feelings about who gets to be called a rocker. And Britney didn't make the cut in her eyes. Ironically, just 2 years after that interview, Britney released I Love Rock and Roll. And even 6 years later, Joan still hadn't listened to it. She simply wasn't interested. This kind of tension between pop stars and rock icons isn't new. Marilyn Manson had a similar situation with Justin Bieber. When Bieber wore a shirt with Manson's face during his tour, Manson was not pleased. He later said that Bieber told him, "I made you relevant again." Manson didn't like that at all. He even tricked Bieber into thinking they'd perform together, and then didn't show up. Eventually, that feud calmed down after Bieber apologized, but it shows how fragile the line is between homage and disrespect in the music world. In Joan Jett's case, it doesn't seem like there was ever an apology or even a real conversation between her and Britney. Joan's reaction stayed firm. Britney's version didn't matter to her, and the rocker label didn't fit. So while pop stars may continue to borrow from rock's past, not everyone from that world is happy about it. Joan Jett's reaction was merciless, and it reminds us that, in the eyes of true rock legends, not everyone gets to claim the title of rock star.